Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening. Today I'll be showing you my betta breeding method, and since this is my second video on breeding, I'll be focusing more on the setup material and cost. I'll also be showing you my pairing technique towards the end. For breeding, all you need is a small tank. I'm using a 40 cm length nano tank with 18 liter capacity or somewhere around 5 gallons capacity. For a breeding project, you may need a caterpillar extract, a nano heater, banana leaves, caterpillar leaves or Indian almond leaves, a plastic tube, and a bubble wrap. And that's it. I've spent around 61 pounds, but you may already have all of these items available, so this cost is a rough guide for absolute beginner. One of the most important factors for a successful breeding and grow-out tank is the environment and water conditions. Here I'm using a mixture of cycled tank water and aged water. I'm also adding a caterpillar extract to the mix. Whilst I'll be adding a piece of caterpillar leaves later on, I still see much value in this liquid form. If you're wondering why caterpillar is a must in every betta household, the answer is simple. As tannin is released, it lowers the pH of your water. It also decreases water hardness and improves water quality generally. And best of all, it is a natural remedy for diseases or injuries, and for breeding specifically, it's necessary to trigger betta to spawn. I'm adding a simple plant here for extra cover, but you can always use other plants like moss. A piece of bubble wrap here is pretty much used as a floating device for the caterpillar leaf. The reason why we're doing this is so that when the leaves break down, the bubble wrap can still stop it from sinking and destroying the nest. So make sure you place your leaf over the bubble wrap. So your basic setup should look like this. And if you're staying in a cold climate, be sure to add a heating to your tank. The temperature should be kept at above 25 degrees Celsius or above 77 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is perfect for mating. You should be selecting the breeding pair carefully and conditioning them 2 weeks beforehand. The pair should also be aged around 4 to 12 months when they are at their peak for breeding. I've picked Robin here, a spawn you may have seen from the previous breeding video, but if you haven't seen that, I will link this down below. Robin is an excellent nest builder and with high energy and stamina. He is absolutely perfect for this role. You can see here Robin making himself comfortable, and I've put a lid on this tank to also protect his nest and also keep the humidity in. I left him to do this for around half a day. You can see that we have a starter nest over here. Now it's time to add the female. First of all, add the plastic tube or container in and introduce the female. The male betta will start working even harder building his nest. I leave them alone for another few hours. We'll let them get to know each other this way. Wow, look at Robin's nest. I think they're ready. They're significantly bigger than before, and it takes up to 12 to 24 hours after the intro for you to get to this stage. Now it's time to release the female. At this point, she's more likely to swim straight into the nest to inspect it, and she will either love it or hate it. As you can see, Bruschetta here is helping Robin out to complete the nest. Also, it's worth bearing in mind that you might see them chasing each other and biting each other or flaring at each other for a few hours, and this is absolutely normal. The mating process began by this nuptial embrace. As the male wraps himself around the female, her eggs are released and fertilized. The female will float and look lifeless, but this is absolutely normal. Don't worry, she's just a little stunned. The male will also start catching the eggs and placing them into the nest. This process may go on for a few hours. Please keep an eye to see when they are finished, because you will start seeing the male attacking the female, and the female will be hiding away or she might be scared, and this means that it's time to remove her. Once the mating process is complete, this is when the hard work starts for the male betta. He needs to ensure that all the eggs are attached to the nest. I usually feed my betta a very small amount of food at this stage to avoid him eating his eggs. And when the fry is free swimming, the male betta's job is complete, and he's ready to return home. The fry doesn't need to be fed until they're about 4 days old. I usually prepare my food a day in advance, and I'm using baby brine shrimp for the feed. Any water changes at this stage is always really tricky. So I would say reduce the amount of pollution so that you're able to sustain the water parameter. My recommendation is only to feed them a very small amount and remove the excess food so that it doesn't pollute the water. I hope you find it useful. Let me know what you think, and please comment down below if you have a different technique or tips and tricks. I'd love to hear from you. If you like and appreciate this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you so much for your support. It means the whole world to me. Until next time, Betta Squad, have a good day.